Hello all, welcome to the Sahaja Yoga meditation program this evening. That's being hosted from Canberra, in Australia. The topic for today is well-being. So what we'll do is I'll talk a little bit about well-being and its relation to meditation. After that, we'll go into the specifics of Sahaja Yoga meditation, and then we'll listen to this speech given by the founder of this meditation technique, Shri Mataji, who started this movement in 1970s. Following that, we'll have a little meditation session, and then we'll close it off with a routine that we call raising the Kundalini and taking bandhana. So well-being. So well-being is used a lot these days. I think when the Industrial Revolution happened, the focus of the mankind was to achieve material success, make life a little bit comfortable, rather than sleeping in cold houses with blankets and people dying even without blankets, and all the destruction of the war. People wanted to bring their lives back to a little bit of a comfortable stage. And then we focused a lot on that. That's also when cars became, at least in the Western world, became a normal thing. The idea of 24/7 production in 3 shifts started. So the industrialists were so much invested in their factories using their capital that they wanted to get back all the investment that they've done as quick as possible. So after a quick amount of time, they would get into profits. And we did that. And in that process, we became the material itself. The only idea of material is to give us give us an opportunity to express happiness and joy. In the sense that the idea of, let's say there's a small gift that you give it to a brother, sister, friend. The only value of the gift is that it will be of use to someone, as a token of memory, as in something helping to lead a little easier life. You don't have to walk 50 kilometers. You can take a car. But over the period of time, we started identifying ourselves with that material. So everybody's status started being defined by the houses they live in, or the number of them that they own, or the price of the car. That became a social status thing. And all this development is very sort of not fundamental to a human existence. Meaning, you can have all the material identities, houses, cars, etc. But at the end of the day, it cannot beat the time you spend with the child and the joy that gives. So that's when the material success started taking over, you can say taking over our spirit, we started to lose well-being. So well-being is something that is deep within us, that makes us happy, have meaningful relationships that help us grow, evolve onto the higher realms of human existence, rather than staying on the bottom of the pyramid of food, shelter, and clothing. And when Shri Mataji started this moment, the human society was right into it. And her goal has been to bring us to a level which is apt for our existence. Otherwise, there is no difference between us and animals. So in that process, she realized that the bones of it were there already especially in the Eastern societies. In that, there is the concept of subtle system. The subtle system consists of three things: 7 energy centers, 3 energy channels, and a fundamental motherly energy within us called the Mother Kundalini. Now, Mother Kundalini is a mother within us who knows everything about us, our past, our future, our tendencies, our influences, and so on. And then the energy centers are the ones that are having specific qualities associated with them. For example, the first energy center has the quality of wisdom. Second energy center has the quality of creativity, and so on. The final energy center is the energy center of integration that integrates all of these qualities like the innocence, creativity, satisfaction, confidence, diplomacy, forgiveness, to make us a complete evolved human being. Obviously, without some of these qualities, we still exist as human beings, but not to the full potential. And then we have the 3 energy channels, which represent 3 things. The center energy channel represents the present, which we should always aspire to be in. And the left energy channel is the channel of past and emotions. Right energy channel is the channel of future and action. So when we move in our lives, we move like a pendulum. Sometimes we are overly excited by the actions that we take, and sometimes we're overly depressed by the failures we have. And by getting our self-realization, a process that was professed by Shri Mataji and Devi, we spend more time in the center. So we become very resilient, which in turn improves our well-being aspects, whether well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being, physical well-being. And that happens very naturally once your Kundalini reaches that state of integration. To start with, let's do what we call the process of self-realization. And for that, your left hand stays in the lap with the palm open like that on your left knee, and your right palm moves at different places of your body. First place is on the point where your leg meets the tummy. You place there. Next, you place it on the left side of the tummy. There, first is there, next is there, and then you place it on the left side of the chest. Then you place it on the left side of the neck like this, and turn your head towards your right shoulder. Then you place it on the forehead, and you place it on top of the head. So let's do that now. And when you do that, you can sit on the floor or you can sit on the chair like I am doing. Please try and take your shoes off. Place our right hand on the point where the leg meets the tummy. Here we say, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Then put your right hand on the left side of the tummy. Say, Mother, I am my own master. Mother, I am my own master. Oh, Mother, I am my own guru. Put your right hand on the heart. Here you say, Mother, please make me the pure spirit. Mother, please make me the pure spirit. You place your right hand on the left side of the neck. Turn your neck towards your right side, right shoulder. Say, Mother, I'm not guilty. Mother, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty at all. Now put your right hand on the forehead. And with honesty, you say, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Now you place your hand on top of the head. And with full sincerity and humility, you ask, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. When you're ready, you can bring your hand back to your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Attention on top of the head. Just enjoy that silence. While we are in that state of meditation, let us listen to one of the lectures given by Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi.
Now we are trying to transform our energies towards the energy of the spirit. So you have to allow the spirit to take over. Your effort of your mind should be reduced and the energy of the spirit should work through you. Now how do you do it? First is detachment. Detachment. Detachment start with the thought. Let us see the thought. It's called as vichara shaithilya, relaxation of the thought. But still this mind, which is quite silly, tries to impress upon you that you have to use the old junky instrument of this mind. And it asserts that better use. And when you start using that, ego comes in, you get attached to it. And what you lose is your progress, and thus the joy is minimized. How do you detach yourself? For a person who is absolutely detached, it's very difficult to explain how to detach, isn't it? I'll try. Now, I cannot get attached, that's the problem is. So just now if you give up your satta, your own domain, you get into the domain of your spirit. You give up your domain, that is your ego's domain, or maybe your superego's domain. You give up that and try to see things how it works out. Now what is the testing point of it? How do you test it? It works out. That's the point of testing. It works out. Allow it to work out. Don't put your attention. Attention has the second part of it, the tension. And don't try to say, why not today? It should have happened today. We expected it to happen. Why not at this moment? That's your ego. Thy will be done. So the thought that starts moving in our mind all the time, which creates tensions, is not the thought of the spirit. So, what you should say? Not this thought. Not this thought. Yan neti neti vachanai nigamo avochus. Not this thought, not this thought, not this thought. And see how you relax. Now you are relaxing. Not this thought, not this thought. Just go on refusing, accepting any thought. So you go into nirvichara. In that state, you feel the spirit. Christ has done the greatest work on this, I should say, but we do not understand because his life was like a micro thing, see, in 3 years. So we have to open it out a little bit and see what he did. He has given us the greatest weapon of forgiveness. When you forgive a person, what do? You accept the situation to begin with. And secondly, you forgive what you think has been done wrong to you. But because nothing can be done wrong to your spirit, you just forgive because you are the spirit. And when you forgive, you have found that your tension goes away. So even to your thoughts, if you say, all right, forgive this thought, because thought is also not to be punished. Forgive this thought, forgive everything. Not forget, forgive. Because then you will even forget that you are the spirit. But forgive all the thoughts that are coming to me. Just go on saying this is a mantra. What is a mantra? Is that power of the word that expresses spirit. So this is a very important thing Christ has given us, the weapon of forgiveness. Everybody has that weapon. Everyone can use that weapon. You don't have to put in any effort for it. You don't have to pay for it. It's just you have to say, I forgive. You will be amazed, your nerves will soothe down. This tension, this pressure of these modern things will be reduced if you go on saying, I forgive them. For example, you go and see some sort of if you happen suddenly to see something very filthy according to the spirit. Maybe it is very exciting according to normal human beings, but we are abnormal people. And for us, if we find it rather ugly, then the best thing is to get over is to say, I forgive. Because they are ignorant. They are blind. They are not yet there where I am. I am the one who is at the source of enjoyment, at the source of peace, and while these are not, so I forgive. And you'll be amazed that this forgiveness that Christ gives you works out. Vichara Shaithilya is the relaxation of the thought. Now this opposite movement that you have to move, first of all, should start at this point today from forgiving others. Now what happens when you forgive someone? That means you do not react. The power to react to somebody's injuries, insults is finished. And when that power is finished, you become a powerful person. Because nobody can now overpower you. Because nobody can kill you. Nobody can hurt you. Nobody can do anything to you. But it is not, again, I'll say, shamelessness. See, people can think that it is shamelessness. So, if somebody says to you something harsh and something that is wrong, you do not accept it. So, in Sahaja Yoga, one has to understand that it is just the central path, is just the balancing thing which is important. Is not an extreme of anything. Like when we go to say that you must forgive everyone, is not going to that extreme where you have done some wrong and somebody says to you, you don't take that part of it. It doesn't mean that. Again, discretion is the engine of your movement. So you have to see that if they have said it, something like that, is it, have I gone against the spirit? It's a very thin road on which you have to walk. One side is the huge, big Gibraltar, rock of Gibraltar of your ego. The another side is a superego. In between is a small discretion path going on which you have to see both the sides. Whether you are hitting yourself with the rock of Gibraltar or falling into the valley of superego, you should see that you are using your discretion.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Raja. So Shri Mataji was talking about the purest form of detachment. And I said purest form because if you think about it, one can say you have to be detached from your material belongings, or you should be detached from your enemies, or you should be detached from your adversaries. But they all originate from the thought. And that's why Shri Mataji says, detached from your thoughts. And perhaps we should meditate on the energy center that is related to thinking and forgiveness, which is the energy center that is located there in the subtle system. So let's put both our hands on the lap and drop our right hand towards Mother Earth. Left hand on the lap. And we ask Shri Mataji, Mother, please clear all the problems affecting my growth in the left channel. Mother, please clear all the problems affecting my growth in the left channel. Try and keep your attention on top of your head. If it's wandering, you can put your right hand on top of the head. And then bring your attention back to that place. Mother, please remove all the problems that are preventing growth in my left channel. Let's put our right hand on the lap, left hand towards the sky. Say, Mother, please clear all the problems preventing growth in my right channel. Mother, please remove all the problems that are preventing growth in my right channel. So usually in our daily practices, we balance the channels until we feel a cool vibration flowing in the palms. So once we feel that, we put our hand back to the lap, bring our attention back to the Sahasrara. And then we can do this little exercise, which is taking your right hand, fingers pointing towards your forehead, and you make circles, clockwise circles. So you start on the top, go to your left, bottom, right, like that. And then you leave it like that. So you do that until you feel that any tension in your forehead goes away. And when you do that, you can ask, you can say a prayer, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, please remove any tension in my Agnya Chakra. And when you do this, try and keep your attention on top of the head. Once you're done with that, you can place your right hand on the forehead. Mother, please remove all the problems in my Agnya Chakra. Hand back on the lap. Attention on Sahasrara. Let's stay in meditation for a little bit. Let's stabilize our attention on top of our head. And observe the sensations that we may be feeling. The sensation of a cool breeze, or just the lack of any tension in the forehead. That will be all for this evening that we had in mind. So I'll stop the YouTube stream now. But, feel free to stay on Zoom. We can have a chat. Thank you.